nobody else, and you're putting this all on me. Forget it, no way to love, just open your eyes. Hold out your hand, place it to mine.
What's up, my Couture clique? It's your girl Janelle Couture. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today I'm doing a highly requested video, and that is how I edit my Instagram photos. Y'all always ask me, what apps do you use? Do you use Facetune? Do you use Photoshop? Do you edit on the computer? Do you edit on your phone? And I'm like, ciao. Send me the picture and I'll do it for you, because I don't like explaining stuff. But today I'm going to be showing y'all exactly how to edit your pictures like an IG baddie, like an influencer, like a pro. I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and subscribe down below to join the Couture clique, because you don't want to miss anything going on here. It's some good things going on here. And I'm going to need you to like and comment down below, and yeah, let's just get right into the video. I'm going to go ahead and start the screen recording process on my phone. So the first thing I'm gonna do is show you guys my folder of like all of my photo editing apps. There's Facetune and there's Facetune 2. Facetune is not free and Facetune 2 is free. And I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the prices to all the apps that I mentioned that are not free. Let me go ahead to the App Store and show you guys. So Facetune is free. That's what I have here in the App Store. And then Facetune 2 is free, and Facetune is $3.99. But one thing I do want to mention is the paid version of Facetune 2 has some extra features that you won't have access to in the free version. So to download Facetune 2 is free, but there are going to be some tools that are locked, and in order to gain access to them, you do have to pay for them. I'm going to go ahead and open up Facetune 2. Just by looking at this picture, I think I personally always start with my face. I just like to get the face out the way first, and then I worry about everything else. When I click on face, it gives you these categories: face, eyes, nose, eyebrows, and lips. So go ahead and take your 2 fingers on your screen and zoom all the way in, like zoom into the face. Okay, I need to see exactly what I'm doing. First thing I'm gonna do is make my nose a little bit smaller. I always do this in my photos. Please don't come for me, it's just what I like to do. In this picture it actually looked pretty small, so I'm not gonna go too crazy because I don't want it to look, you know, too crazy. I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to touch anything. Oh, I'm lying. My jaw. I always make my jaw smaller because I want that, you know what I'm saying, that snatch. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the jaw tool and do that. And also I look pretty mean in this photo, so I'm just gonna do the smile tool. I'm gonna put it on like 15. That's good. This little 2 squares in the bottom right corner, when you hold that down, that lets you see what you looked like before, and when you release it, it shows you what you look like with the edits. So yeah, we've already made some progress. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the check mark. I like that. And so then my wig is a little lumpy. I mean, hey, no shame in my game. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the reshape tool, and this is like one of the most important tools that I use, especially when it comes to like distorting things. And so this is why I said you probably want to go ahead and get the paid version of the app, because I always use the reshape tool. I'm gonna take refine, and the left side of my wig is a little, you know, high, so I'm gonna go ahead and just bump that down. Boom, small fix. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in even more, and like, there we go. There. Perfection. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Much better. I feel like my part is not centered to my head, so I'm gonna go ahead and start at the tip of my part and bring it down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and move it over. Boom. Do y'all see that? I'm gonna hold the 2 squares so you guys can see what I just did. That was before. You see it's a little curved. My part in my hair, it's a little lopsided. This is after. Straight, and it's like symmetrical with my nose, the bridge of my nose. Speaking of my nose, It looks a little crooked, just a little bit. I'm gonna show y'all the difference. You guys, I also want to mention I'm a perfectionist, so a lot of things that I edit, you guys are probably not gonna want to edit, but I nitpick. I see things in photos that other people don't see. So if you notice, the highlight on my nose slightly looks like it's curving to the right. You might not notice, but I noticed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm taking the refine tool still, I haven't changed, and I'm just gonna move the bridge of my nose over. And then I'm gonna take the other side and just slim it on that other side. And now I'm gonna hold those two squares so you guys can see the difference. Do y'all see that? So now you guys can see what I meant by it looked like it was curving just a little bit. Okay, and then that's pretty much it for the face. I'm not gonna touch my face anymore. I think my face looks pretty good. My face has already made a dramatic difference from where we started. Next thing, zoom in onto my top. So I had like a tie on my shoulder of my top, and this looks messy because on the other side I don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, and this is where we're gonna use the patch tool. This is another paid feature. This is another reason why I feel like you should go ahead and just pay for the app. So when you click on patch, it has two different options, patch and vanish. We're going to use vanish. So when you use vanish, you can use it in a huge patch like this, but then it doesn't make it nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo that. I suggest that when you use the vanish tool, use it in little increments. So we're gonna start at the shoulder. I'm gonna use it right there. Okay. Boom, now you see we got some skin, right? So once I break up, you know, boom. Don't worry about the skin if it's like a little bit patchy in that area, because we're gonna use like the smoothing tool and stuff like that, and then you won't even notice it. So I'm honestly going to give up on this in a second and show you guys another way to fix it, but this is good enough for me. So let me show you guys the progress that we made from that to that. Okay, cool. So now to complete the shoulder of my dress, I'm gonna go into the paint tool, and under the subsections I'm gonna go into paint, and I'm gonna take black, and I'm just gonna draw on my shirt and connect it. Okay, now you have this nice dark line there, and you want to just use the slider. So the slider affects how much or how little or how much you want. So I'm gonna put it about right there. That looks good. And then I'm gonna go back into the reshape tool, back into refine, and I'm just gonna push this. Y'all gonna see some magic happen in the next 10 seconds. Boom. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Now let's see the difference so far. Look at what we've done. We've already made great strides. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, TMI, but my boobs, they look a little droopy, and they're definitely not on the same, you know, level. So I'm gonna zoom into my boobs, and I'm basically just gonna take the refine tool. Like I said, I don't like the reshape tool, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick my, nope, you know what, for this one I'm actually gonna use the reshape tool. I'm gonna show you guys how. So let me tell you guys how you need to use the reshape tool. If you are zoomed out, let's say I'm zoomed out to here, right? And I take the reshape tool and I take this boob and I lift it up some. You see how it like lifts up my whole body? That's not what we want, because now my face is morphed and everything moved. Okay, y'all see the difference? Y'all see how everything moved with the boob, and we just wanted the boob to move? Okay, so we're gonna undo that. We're gonna zoom in nice and tight. We're gonna take the reshape tool and we're just going to lift that boob. Now you guys can see just my boob, and like where my hair is the only thing that moves. Next, I'm just using the refine tool again, and I'm just fixing my shirt in the areas that it moved from using the reshape tool. Just simple swipes. Let's just go ahead and see the progress of my boobs. It went from this to this. Child, we finessing the gram. I don't care what y'all say, we are finessing the gram. For the waist and the hips, I mean, it's given body, but for us girls who, you know, have a little less shape, I'm gonna show y'all what to do. So like I said, with the reshape tool, if I was to just go in and suck my waist, this is what y'all be looking like on Instagram, and I don't like that. We're gonna undo that. And this is why I say when you want to use the reshape tool, zoom in, zoom all the way in. So I'm gonna zoom in, and you want to go to the smallest part of your waist. And so now when I suck it in, let's just do that a little, zoom in a little bit more. So now look at the difference. Small difference, but still a difference. Same thing with your hips. If you want to extend your hips, zoom in first and then do it. Personally, to me, this looks over edited. This looks too edited. It's just too hippie. It's too fake. So what I would do, and how to even things out, make things look natural, is right here where my leg, like the slope of my leg, I would basically take the refine tool and extend it and bring my leg out so that it at least matches with the hip. Now let's see what we've done. So this is the before and this is the after. Next, we're gonna go into the facial features, how to make your facial features pop in a photo like this. So I'm gonna zoom all the way in. You guys, whatever portion you're working on, always zoom in, okay? I don't know why people edit. It makes, let me show you guys, it makes no sense to click the smoothing feature and try to smooth my face from all the way out here. You're gonna blur everything, like your eyes, your nose. No. So when you're using these features, okay, zoom into the area that you're working in. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on my face. I'm gonna take the smooth tool. Oops, I already accidentally clicked it. So I'm gonna take the smooth tool and I'm just gonna rub it all over my face. You guys, I never, ever, ever smooth over the bridge of my nose, my nostrils, my lips, my eyes, my eyelashes, or my eyebrows. These features, do not smooth over them. Now look, we went from that to that. We're nice and smooth. So now, I just like to save in between. I want to show you guys the other feature. Instead of smoothing in between my eyebrows, see it's a little shiny, just a little bit. So we're gonna go into the matte tool, and I'm just gonna show you guys what that does. It basically just mattifies. So it's a little too dark, and it made it dark. So you just take the little slider, I think 45, that looks good enough. And so now you guys can see the difference. Before it was shiny, now it's not. I'm gonna go back into retouch again, and I want to go ahead and whiten my eyes. And I never whiten over my pupils, only put the white on your actual eye, okay? I also don't like it to be crazy white. The next thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and add details to my eyelashes, make those lashes pop. I did not spend my time doing my makeup and put on those lashes for no reason. So we're going to click on details, and you guys see I'm wearing wispy lashes. So I'm not going to rub details all over my eye. And let me show you guys another trick, how you can see where you place the filter. If you click on the erase button next to details, it shows you in pink, it highlights exactly where you've put it before you erase. If I click on the details button again, it shows you in pink. When you click on details, I'm gonna detail each single eyelash that I see. You don't wanna rub it across the whole thing. That's just sloppy work. It's just sloppy. Again, we're trying to finesse we're trying to create an illusion, okay? We're trying to be a fantasy, okay? And you are not giving fantasy. Looking at my lashes, again, this is the perfectionist in me. One lash is, the camera caught it really well, and the other it didn't. It looks like one lash is really full and one lash is not. I'm gonna show y'all a little trick. We're gonna go into the paint tool and we're gonna click on black, okay? I'm gonna zoom all the way in, and in between the space in between each lash, I'm gonna create a lash. So let me show you guys. There's one lash. There's another lash. There's another lash. Now obviously these lines are way too thick, so I'm gonna take the eraser tool, and again, every time you click on the eraser in pink, it shows you where you put it. I'm gonna take the eraser and I'm gonna slim those lines down. Y'all gonna learn something today, okay? You're gonna get some tips before you leave here today. Now, we're gonna make it a little bit less so it's not so crazy visible. Boom. Y'all see my eyes? Y'all see the difference? We was before, let me show y'all. We was lacking lashes before, and now so it looks a little better. Pretty much the only thing left is my hair and the background of the image. So my hair is red, as you can see in this image, but it's not red enough for me. So I'm gonna go into the tone subcategory, and I'm gonna click, let's do this red right here. No, it's not bright enough. Let's do this red. Always go one shade lighter, because sometimes in Facetune it's not as it appears. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color on my hair. And I know you guys are probably looking at me like, is this girl seriously making her hair more red than what it is? Yes. Oh, and if you guys notice, whenever I'm zooming in and zooming out, I always do it on the eraser tool, because you don't want to actually be on the tone tool. And then let's say I'm zoomed in and then, oops, I accidentally drew red. Boom. Okay. And then sometimes you accidentally draw and don't notice and keep drawing and drawing and drawing. And then you realize like, oh, I accidentally drew on my shirt. I accidentally drew on my face. So whenever you're zooming in and out, just do it on the eraser tool. It's better to accidentally erase a little piece than to draw over a piece and then you have to go back and take it off. Take that slider tool and bring it down until it looks realistic. So that's not realistic to me. I think that that's pretty good. Boom, the hair is red. So let's see the difference that we have so far. So we went from this giving body, but not that much body. Hair's cool, a little lumpy, not that bright. Titties a little lopsided. You got that string thing on your shoulder, to this. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're going to smooth our skin on the rest of our body. Oops, I clicked the wrong tool. So we're gonna go to retouch and we're gonna go to smooth. And we're just gonna smooth out our skin. Regular, degular. This is basic tools. Smooth the feet. Don't leave the feet unsmooth. That's why would you do that? Why would you do that? Zoom out. Smooth is on 100. I'm telling you now, do not leave smooth on 100. You don't want your pictures to scream Facetune. You don't want people to look at, oh, Facetune. That's Facetune. Her skin is way too smooth. No. 54. 54 looks good to me. And let's show you guys the difference. This was before. This is after. It's not crazy, but it's enough for me. Okay. Last but not least, our picture looks dull, if you ask me. The picture looks dull. The picture's not bright. It's dull. I don't like it. So we're gonna go into edit, and edit is where you have all these amazing features. This is where you bring in the light, the color, the darkness, the whatever. So I don't like brightness, because brightness just, I don't know. I don't like brightness. As opposed to brightness, I prefer light. As you guys can see, light brings light to everything. Brightness just, how do I explain it? It whitewashes the picture. Light actually like adds light. It adds like illuminance to the picture. So I'm gonna take light, and I think that 23 is good. Okay. I'm gonna go into sharpen. I always use sharpen. I always put sharpen at like 1 or 2, because Instagram quality sucks and they always mess up your photos when you post them. So always put sharpness at like 1 or 2, just so when you upload it onto Instagram, it still maintains that like sharpness that you had when you took the photo. I'm also gonna go into color. I'm gonna increase the color. So there's color, and then there's saturation. So saturation, this is what it looks like when it's all the way increased. I'm gonna put it to 17. 17 looks good to me. And then I just feel like the picture is too warm. I like my pictures cool. So I'm gonna go to temperature, and I'm going to go into the negative. So the positive 100 is warm, negative 100 is cool. So I'm gonna take my picture to about negative 18. That looks nice to me. Let's go ahead and click on the 2 squares, show you guys what I had before and show you guys what I have now. So this was before, dark, dull, nobody's really gonna pay attention to your picture. Just kidding. And this is after, bright, vibrant, Boom. When they scroll past you on the gram, they're gonna stop, they're gonna like, they're gonna comment, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, fire emoji. Girl, this is it. This is it. Click, save, boom, we're done. This is our picture. And so now I'm gonna show you guys the before and the after. So this is the before. Cool, whatever. I mean, it's a nice picture. You can upload it like this if you want to. Kidding, kidding. Or you can do the after. Instagram baddie. What's poppin', what's good. No one can come for you. No one can check for you. Flawless. You're welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed this editing tutorial. I want y'all to flourish on the gram. I want y'all pictures to be given mwah, chef's kiss. Go ahead and DM me your before and afters because I want to see, you know, if you really paid attention to the lesson. I want to see what you learned. I want to see what you know. And make sure you like and comment down below. Subscribe to join the Couture Clique, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.
You don't need nobody else, and you're putting this all on me. Forget it. No way to love.